Trying to get a home as the school bell rings? The clock is ticking, but there's still time. If you're in Manhattan and you've got kids and you're still looking for a home, this is what you need to know as you move forward and try to get a home. What's going on? My name is Kyle Powers with Haven Real Estate Group at eXp Realty here in Manhattan, Kansas, and I am your local real estate expert. So today what I want to talk to you about is getting into a home as the fall starts, right? The kids are in school, everything's back to quote unquote normal, whatever your new normal is. I know for me, my kids are in third and first grade and they're starting to get back into routine of things. And so why not just try to throw a house move in there, right? Well, the crazy thing is that now is actually a strategic good time to be buying a house. And hold out and let's listen to the end because you're going to want to hear this. Right now, there's an inventory shift, right? Post-summer, all the vacations are over, all that kind of stuff is done. All of the buyers are kind of still in sleeping mode, if you will, vacation mode until they get into that. But what happens is that sellers that are still on the market right now, I've got a couple of sellers myself right now that they just want the house gone, right? They want it gone. They want it wrapped up before the end of the quarter. They want everything kind of done as they can move on to the next thing. So anybody that's still on the market right now, because it is a little bit slow over time, not as many buyers, not as much competition, they are looking to get out of their home so they can sometimes get a little bit better of a deal. That's a little bit better of an opportunity for you as a buyer to get into something right now as the time goes. Now, obviously there's something to think about there. You're going to want to, if you're in school district A and you move to school district C, you got to think about that when you're going to shift and when you're going to change and when you're going to move them over and that kind of thing. So something to think about. However, now is a good time to actually do that because again, anybody still on the market is able to, they are motivated to get their home sold. That also said, the lenders right now are able to move quickly just because most of them don't have as much going on. So that's something to be thinking about as well. The next piece I want to talk to you about is how you can become that fast track buyer, right? There's a difference between a pre-approval and fully underwritten approval. That pre-approval says that somebody's looked at you, they looked at your finances, you're good to go, but you're not fully underwritten. So when you go into underwriting, which typically there's a lot of times that buyers go into underwriting about a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks before actually closing on the house, and they find certain things that they didn't know about or that they did know about and didn't tell anybody about, but that holds up the sale of a house. A fully underwritten deal says, hey, I'm good to go. I've been underwritten. I know what we're doing. All I need is a house. A pre-approval says debt to income ratios are good and your credit score is good. Fully underwritten, they've gone through everything with a fine tooth comb. All of that stuff's taken care of. So that you are ready to go, fast track, ready to move on a lot of things there. The other thing that I will tell you as being a fast track buyer is be flexible. I know a lot of times that's not what you want to hear, but be flexible on inspections, be flexible on closing dates, be flexible on all of those things because typically a seller, I've got a seller of mine right now, I've got a buyer of mine who they are moving in from out of state. And the seller's like, well, I really want to do this, and this before we move out of our new house. That way because she's a coach and a teacher and all of these things. And we're like, you know what, that's fine. If you do all of these things for us, we'll do that for you. We'll deal with wherever we need to be at that point. It makes things go a lot smoother. Now, I'm not telling you to just concede to everything that the seller wants. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is to be flexible within your reins of constraints, right? Like if you need to be in your house by a certain time for your family and all that stuff, let's push on that one. But also if you don't and you have some flexibility, there's some opportunity that we can really pay attention to there as well. The other thing is just paying attention to target homes in the school district that you want, right? I know in Manhattan, there are 8 different schools in elementary schools in this area. So target homes of where you want to be and what school districts you want to be in, because that's going to get you into that one. Like my kids are in Marlatt and Arnold and Northview. Like all of those are great little schools that you can get into. And Bergman's another great one. So everything you kind of want to there, right? The other thing is just making a compelling offer. What I always tell people is there's 2 rounds of negotiations. We have the negotiations where we do price terms and closing costs and things like that. Then we open up negotiations again whenever we go to do our inspections, do all that kind of stuff, and be ready to go on those things. So make that offer compelling to get the home under contract and get things moving along on that direction. So as of recording this video, you've probably, and you're watching it, you've probably missed the opportunity of getting before school starts, because school started last week for us. What I will tell you is what happens right now is important, right? Like, I think knowing where you're going, knowing what school district you're going to be into, and then being able to be malleable, be flexible on where you need to be, and going to those things. So if you're looking right now, I would imagine most buyers, either one, they need to be in something, or two, they can have a little bit of flexibility with, like, okay, well, we'll move in December, we'll move schools in December. So have a plan with it when it comes to that. Again, I've got a lot of clients right now I've got one in particular, they're coming in from out of town. They don't own the house yet. We close in about a month, but they started school already. So what happened is they are living in a short-term rental. They're staying in that place, and then they are driving their kids to school. But they didn't obviously enroll their kids in the school district to where they're staying. They enrolled their kids where they are going to, right? And so I think that's something to be just aware of and be cognizant of, for the fact that you want to make sure that you're planning ahead and making sure that you have that stuff there. Because what's going to happen is you don't want to put them into a school, and then in a month you move them into something else. Get them into where they are, try not to disrupt them as much as possible, and then just kind of plan around it, right? I think the other thing that a lot of people is like, oh my gosh, this is the house, this is where I need to be, and they jump into things and they don't necessarily plan. So I think that having that planning and having that ability to understand, like, okay, this is where we're going, this is what we need to be doing, and just kind of having that foresight is going to be really, really important to do. So if you were trying to get settled and get everything done before the backpacks hit the cubbies, here's what I can tell you guys is, obviously at the point of we're doing this video, you probably have missed it. Sorry about it. We'll figure out another way to make sure we get you taken care of. And we'll make sure that we can get you into a quicker timeline. We can get you into the right school districts. We can get you into the right house. We can move you along that way. So if you have any questions, I promise you, please reach out. Please reach out to me directly. My personal cell phone number is 785-477-5485. My email is kyle@homesforsalemhk.com, or you can always put something in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Or if you're watching this and you just have some words of advice or some tidbits or anything that way, you've gone through this or you want to go through it or whatever it is, put it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you and how your family did transitioning into a new school district and transitioning into a new home while all the mess of getting into a home while moving into new schools and new things and new everything that way, because it can be a lot. I promise you, I've done it with young kids. I'm getting ready to do it again, but I would promise you that it can be a lot. So just be aware of that and ask questions. I think the biggest thing that I always tell people is reach out to me. I want to help you. I want to be there for you. I want to be that resource for you and your family as you continue to move and continue to grow and continue to make your lives a little bit better. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really, truly do appreciate it. If you have any questions or if there's anything that you need whatsoever, I would love to help you. Again, my name is Kyle Powers. I am with Haven Real Estate Group at eXp Realty. And if you have anything real estate related that you have questions about, buying, selling, investing, or anything real estate related, I'm here. I'm your local real estate expert here in Manhattan, Kansas, and I would love to help you out. And if you need help in the surrounding areas like Wamego or Riley or Council Grove or any of those, I'm here to help. I want to take care of you, so please reach out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.